Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ball and Banter. Today we are bringing you a new format. Since we realized कि काफी pointless है हर match का review करना, because not every match is exciting. So we've decided we are going to come week on week with our observations of what's happening in IPL 2025. What are the trends that we are seeing that makes this season different from the previous ones? But before we go into that, boys, I have a hot take. आई डोंट थिंक ये सीजन इतना मजेदार चल रहा है अभी तक. व्हाट डू यू थिंक ओवरऑल? 19, like today is the 19th match, right, between SRH and GT. But Angad, हमें कैसे लग रहा है? Angad, first you tell me, man, what are your overall thoughts on the season so far?
I think it's been great, bro. Like, there's quite a lot of balance apart from Delhi, who won three out of three, which was also very surprising. The rest of them, I mean, they've all lost one or lost two. So it's pretty balanced so far, I feel. So sets it up for a great next 6, 8 weeks, whatever's left. So yeah, that's what my analysis so far is, and a lot of moments also, which we'll definitely come to.
Amay,
Yeah,
what do you think, man? This season started off, we thought कि भाई हर मैच में 250-300 बनेंगे, but it's not been like that, right? And I think there's only been one match where there was like a close finish. There were others where the margin of win or loss wasn't that much, but उन matches में भी भाई result more or less पता ही था लोगों को.
so yeah, games have been like the games haven't been as close as one would expect. But in terms of the points table, like anyone you can except for DC, maybe all of them are like in the race for the top four still. So that is great to see. But in terms of the
Hmm.
matches, there we haven't had a lot of close matches. So yeah, that's about uh, what I've analyzed so far.
Cool. All right, that sets up our episode pretty well. Going into what we are presenting today, I think I'll start off with Angad Sidhu. Angad, can you tell us what is your observation or what is your sort of takeaway from what's happened in the last 2 weeks in the IPL this year?
But I am so like just seeing a shift in the change of guards, bro. Mainly is what I want to cover. What we've been seeing so far with CSK, MI, and the other two teams being floater teams. I'm seeing that is changing with all CSK's losses were convincing. Their win, on the other hand, against Mumbai wasn't as convincing. Mumbai, chalo, at least I still think they'll come in the top four, but last 4 years hasn't been great for them. So with other franchises focusing more on balance, youth, then also taking into consideration previous year's form and spending big bucks also, and not showing as much loyalty maybe perhaps. We saw that especially with KKR. We saw it with Kings 11 Punjab. At some level, we also saw it at Delhi. So these teams are doing well probably because of that change in mindset also. Um, and I think they're set up well to stay there for the next few years as well. With Mumbai, I mean, again, I have no problem with the decisions Mumbai is taking, but you see teams like CSK, they don't look set up for success at all. Like what they're doing is not sustainable. And I mean, I couldn't be happier. But
But pretty interesting point, right? Like I think what you're saying is before the season, the teams that all of us had probably in our top four, or many people, मतलब सब लोग को लग रहा था भाई SRH, Mumbai Indians, CSK, like CSK, Mumbai Indians, of course, two most successful teams in the IPL. वो लोग दोनों अभी 8th 9th पे languish कर रहे हैं. And Sunrisers Hyderabad that took the tournament by storm last year, they are bottom of the table. So before the season, what a lot of people had assumed, it's probably not transpiring so far. But I
Yeah,
agree with you. At least Mumbai Indians has lost their games trying to win them. But Chennai Super Kings तो doesn't look like they are even trying to win the games. वो लोग तो नेट रन रेट वाला गेम खेल रहे हैं भाई. They are like 2 points मिले ना मिले, नेट रन रेट बचना चाहिए अपना.
I loved how there was a false alarm yesterday that Dhoni is retiring. with his parents winning in the stadium.
Yeah, that was there.
I think that is the best thing that could have happened to CSK for this
Dhoni
season.
retiring.
Dhoni retiring.
We'll get to that one also.
Bro, there are a lot of players in that team that were like supposed to retire yesterday. Ashwin का भी कोई तो news आया था. Someone told about Jadeja also retiring. So like there were a lot of false alarms that came. So yeah, but yeah, as like you guys also rightly said, CSK, so they look in the mud, bro. They are, even the captain has openly come out and said that we just lost by 50 runs. I mean, who says that? 50 runs is a lot in T20. That net run rate is also like in negative. So, you know, if I was a CSK fan, I would be worried and not like still having that belief that we'll reach top
Not
four. And
deluded.
coming, yeah, and coming to MI, we've got the GOAT back. We've got Jasprit Bumrah back. He should be able to play like I think the next game or the after 2 games he should be available, fit and ready to play. So that's the biggest boost anyone can get. And I think if you win your home games, 7 home games, we won one already. I think that is and one away game. I think we should be in the top four. So not much worried if I'm a
Not
Mumbai
something
fan.
we should be aiming for, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
Even
Uh,
again,
I feel like Mumbai is a team, right? Like they don't start well, but they can sort of finish in a very strong manner and sneak into that top four. But boys, I want to ask both of you this one question. भाई लास्ट ईयर की टीम जो सब लोग बोल रहे थे इस साल 300 मारने वाले हैं, देयर होल बिल्ड अप टू द सीजन वाज आल्सो अराउंड कि भाई 300 बनाने वाले हैं. I think that Pat Cummins video where he's talking with his team and he's like, I don't want to be a team that settles for a score of 170, 180. Rather, we would go for like a 250, 280 score and go all out. But भाई उन लोग से तो हो ही नहीं रहा है. Top 3, 4 batters not at all contributing apart from that one game where Ishan Kishan scored that century. It's looking bad. हमें क्या लग रहा है? All hype, no play.
Bro, everyone, all the experts even said कि वो 300 मतलब 2 बार बनाएंगे. Someone तो said they'll make 300 twice this season. I think the pitches have been non-conducive. I don't know because a lot of if you see teams are batting first, they're making 200 in the second innings. Teams are not able to chase that. So even the pitches probably are helping a bowlers a bit more, which is good. We want to see that. But yeah, I don't think 300 is as easy as people thought it was. But you never know, bro. Today
it's
might be the
crazy
day
how
they
the focus has gone from like winning a game to scoring a
scoring
specific
300.
amount
Yeah.
of runs in the game, regardless of the pitch, regardless of the conditions, regardless of the opposition bowling attack. It's,
Uh,
I think it's a good thing only that is happening. Nature is healing, I feel.
And there was like so much build up before the season, right? Like सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद को तो देख के लग रहा था उनको जीतने हारने से फर्क नहीं पड़ता भाई. उनका ऑब्जेक्टिव इस सीजन है सिर्फ एक बारी 300 रन्स का, दैट
300.
क्रॉसिंग दैट बैरियर ऑफ 300 रन्स. But right now they are seem like they are struggling. Like Aniket is one batter in their team who is performing consistently, but other than that, not really. Like Ishan Kishan, apart from that one innings, has looked like scratchy, inconsistent, typical like how his season goes. अभिषेक शर्मा एंड ट्रेविस हेड तो पता नहीं भाई दिमाग लगा ही नहीं रहे. वो लोग घुमाते हर बॉल पे घुमाते हैं. आई गेट इट कि मतलब दैट इज देयर अप्रोच, बट थोड़ा गेम सेंस भी यूज करने की जरूरत है.
I
एंड
think
वन
we
ऑफ
were
द बिगेस्ट.
deprived of one moment, bro. I think in the last week, अगर मुंबई जीत जाती ना भाई against LSG, I wanted to see that Goenka flip on Rishabh
ऋषभ
Pant.
पंत.
Oof.
That would have been fucking brilliant, and I could see it building up. I could see that Goenka's face.
भाई जब
Yeah,
वो ऋषभ पंत आउट
bro.
हुआ था उस टाइम उसकी शक्ल देखी थी क्या? इट वाज सो फनी. But
Same.
one more thing, man. SRH के अंदर the player they paid the most for, apparently like one of the best like middle order batters. कब रन बनाएगा भाई उनके लिए वो?
Nitish
उसका
Kumar
विकेट
Reddy,
कीपर. नहीं,
No, bro.
उनका विकेट कीपर.
wicket keeper. ईशान किशन ही है ना उनका कीपर? नहीं,
No,
क्लासन.
bro. Klassen. The
Classes.
perennial. They paid some 22, 23 crores for him for his
Yeah,
retention.
23 crores. Yeah.
And
But
like
it's
I
not his
don't.
fault, man. Like मतलब ऐसे सिचुएशन में उसको लाके खड़ा कर देते वो लोग. You see couple of games where he's come in before the score was even 100.
Yeah.
You're not really giving him that license of, there are 5 overs to go. You smash, the platform is laid. Coming in after 4 5 wickets are gone, that makes it a different ball game altogether. I don't know if what he must be thinking, bhai, ki, should I go and chase that 250 wala score? Should I build some stability and partnership? Or should I, sort of take some more risk? So very difficult for like him also to do anything.
The Indian batters haven't stepped up, bro. Abhishek, Nitish Reddy, and Ishan Kishan, these three haven't fired yet. Like last season, Abhishek and Nitish Kumar played very well.
Yeah,
And
both
even
of
that
them,
Rahul
for them, it
Tripathi
was their
उसको
breakout season.
yeah, Rahul Tripathi भी मारता था थोड़े मतलब इधर उधर 20 in 10 balls or whatever. They're not getting that this season. So that is the main concern.
Lot of Indian players, bro. I think Shubman Gill bhi itna nahi chal raha. Yashasvi came good yesterday, I feel.
Yeah.
He did, but
But he
his
also
start
made a
yesterday.
40 ball 50, right? Like, do you
Yeah.
really call
Yeah.
like a 40 ball 50 good in today's T20 age? I don't know.
I mean, run rate sahi tha till he was
Huh.
there. I think some 13 overs, 120 or something like that. The score
हाँ.
was, which was
And
pretty
end में
decent.
तो मैच जीत गए तो मतलब सब कुछ माफ है, of course. But yeah, I think let's like move on to the next observation, man. I think this Angad, you mentioned that there's a change in the old guard. The teams that usually do well in IPL are sort of languishing at the bottom, and we'll come from that to Amay's observation. Amay, take it over.
Yeah, so my observation is a continuation of his. It's more like teams like, GT, DC, Delhi Capitals, all these teams, Punjab Kings, they were not like hyped as much as maybe an
Hmm.
MI, CSK, SRH were, right? And I think the key was they had a great auction. They bought the players that fit the team and not like star players. Like KL Rahul, 14 crores. He scored a beautiful 50 yesterday and they won the game. Shreyas Iyer, they paid a lot, but they knew what his specific role was. And he's leading very well. And even Mitchell Stark. Mitchell Stark was also a bargain in the auction. So yeah, I mean these teams have played well and GT also GT मेरे को GT से न्यूजीलैंड वाला वाइब आता है bro. They don't have like any star player but मार के जाते हैं वो लोग. Like Sai Sudarshan bro. He's one of my
Both
favorite players.
sides in their team, dude. Both
Two
sides.
sides,
Sai
yeah, two
Sudarshan
sides.
and Sai Kishore.
Sai
Both of
Kishore.
them are underrated max and perform like
Bro, an
almost
interesting
every match.
stat about Sai Sudarshan is वो 40 के नीचे मारा ही नहीं है रन अभी तक आईपीएल में. All the runs he scored are above 40.
What?
So that yeah.
Really?
So yeah, all the games he's played so far, सारे मैचेस में उसने 40 के ऊपर ही रन मारे हैं. So that's an
Bye.
interesting yeah, that's an interesting stat which I just saw. So crazy consistent player, bro.
कहाँ
And
देखा भाई? व्हाट्सएप पे तो किसी ने फॉरवर्ड नहीं किया ना
नहीं
तेरे
नहीं
को?
कोई तो बोला था ब्रो कोई तो बोला था so yeah and I followed it also so every because Dream 11 में is always my captain by default because he's gonna score runs so
भाई
yeah
साई किशोर को चाहिए पीआर
Wait,
थोड़ा.
wait,
He
wait, wait.
I
deserves it.
Let's fact check, bro.
yeah
Let's
So
fact
fact
check
check.
करो
apparently
Guys,
good.
wait. जो देख रहे हैं तुम लोग फैक्ट चेक करो और कमेंट में बताओ ये
हाँ
सही बोल रहा है नहीं बोल रहा है हमें.
Apparently, he made 6 of 14 balls against RCB last year.
bro
Yeah, yeah, Ramey.
Amar, bro, come
that's
Balance
on.
last year
that day.
People
bro
come to
But
our channel to get real
that's last year
information,
आज
legit information.
अभी तो 40 मारा ना last game versus RCB
हाँ इस साल
इस
इस
Is
साल
साल
मैं
कहना
इस
है
साल
वो
की बात कर रहा हूँ इस साल
तो
अभी जो भी गेम खेला है सब 40 के ऊपर मारा उसने
good one, good one.
yeah
But no, I get it, man. Like, out of all these teams, one team which has really impressed me is Delhi Capitals, dude. Like, मुझे लग रहा था कि थोड़ा hit and miss हो सकता है क्योंकि in their opening also KL Rahul depends like what sort of season he has, right? Like we've seen that season that he killed it for Punjab Kings जब मतलब वो भाई 16-17 बॉल पे 50 मार रहा था हर दूसरे मैच में. And we've also seen those seasons where he was with Lucknow Super Giants जब वो 120 130 के स्ट्राइक रेट से रन तो बनाता था बट he was not really finishing games or winning games for them. But KL Rahul in DC is looking good, man, looking great, and team is also very well balanced. मतलब very few weaknesses. अभी कल उन लोग ने मैच में हराया सीएसके को, एंड दे डिडंट इवन ब्रिंग इन दिस आशुतोष गाय. Ashutosh played that innings in their first match, and since then he hasn't even played. So
Hmm.
even without like one impact player or a clutch player, they've been winning their matches. तो भाई मतलब काफी डेप्थ है उनके टीम में.
Even Rajasthan came good, bro, yesterday with Sanju Samson captaining finally. Even they looked pretty imperious yesterday.
Yeah,
And bro,
but
Bapu didn't bowl an over yesterday. एक ही over डाला उसने. That
hmm,
also when the game was done. So he's captaining, underrated captain, bro. Very underrated
underrated
captain,
FC,
Bapu.
underrated FC. But yeah, dude,
Yeah.
looking at the top, like looking at the table right now, Delhi Capitals is on number 1, RCB is on 2, Gujarat Titans is on 3, and Punjab Kings is on 4. How do you think this table is going to shape up in the coming days?
Tough question, bro. It's really like I said right earlier. It's a little too close right now.
Hmm.
Neither of these, except Delhi, of course, no one's looking unbeatable as
Hmm.
such at the moment, though.
Interesting. Delhi, मुझे तो भाई Punjab Kings also they lost a weird match against Rajasthan Royals, right? Like first over के अंदर वो श्रेयस अय्यर आउट हो गया. It felt like he was having a ego battle with Jofra Archer. वो पहले
Hmm.
उसने 2 चौके उसको मारे and then got bowled. And Jofra, speaking of Jofra Archer, dude, Jofra Archer has also come back from the dead. Full Undertaker vibes. He was getting hammered in the first 2 matches, and last couple of matches he's looking like the close to the old Jofra Archer.
Too early to say that, bro, but I
Too
still
early
think
to
he's
say
going
that,
to
of
hammer
course.
the rest of
अर्ली
Maybe
the.
that.
ट्रेंड्स के ऊपर ही बात कर रहे हैं ना भाई. अभी 3-4 मैचेस का सैंपल साइज है
हाँ.
सब टीम्स का.
Maybe that comment from Harbhajan charged him up, bro. काला टैक्सी का ड्राइवर कुछ तो बोला था उसको उसने.
अरे वो
Kali
काली
Pili
टैक्सी
taxi.
जैसे, काली पीली
हाँ,
टैक्सी
काली
जैसे है.
टैक्सी समथिंग.
लंदन की काली टैक्सी जैसा है, बोला था जॉफरा आर्चर को.
Yeah,
Crazy.
one special call out I think we should give to all the simping that is happening for Dhoni in the Hindi commentary team and the expert panel. I think it's getting a little beyond cringe, bro. Now, are we that
Beyond
deluded as like cricket fans to still continue supporting nonsense like this? Tell us
खत्म
in the
तो,
comments.
या मतलब इट इज क्वाइट अनोइंग एंड लाइक मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या पॉइंट है इसका, बट स्टिल. बट मूविंग ऑन, आई थिंक व्हाट अमय हैज सेड tags into what I have on my plate, like the observation that I have from my end, which is the rise of a lot of feeder leagues for IPL, right? Like हमने of course last few years में देखे हैं a lot of players coming in from these smaller leagues that have sprung up across the country. Leagues like your Tamil Nadu Premier League, Andhra Pradesh Premier League, DPL, Delhi Premier League, UP. फिर क्या शेरे पंजाब, if I'm not
Hmm.
wrong, is a league from पंजाब जहाँ से काफी players आ रहे हैं. And we've had players like your मैंने जो mention किया था साई सुदर्शन, he killed it in TNPL first, and then he came into IPL, right? Sai Kishore also, he's been captaining his team in TNPL quite successfully, and for a couple of seasons he was the top wicket taker over there as well. And apparently उसने रन भी बनाया है भाई वहाँ पे TNPL में.
Yeah.
But this year, if you see, especially in Lucknow Super Giants, this Digvesh Rathi guy has come in. He's made quite an impression, right? हर मैच के अंदर वो sign off देता है. He's been
Bro.
collecting fines, but he was like very good in the Delhi Premier League recent most season. Then Punjab Kings के अंदर भी जो उनका ओपनर है प्रियांश आर्या, he killed it in Delhi Premier League. 6 छक्के मारे थे उसने एक मैच में
Hmm.
in 1 over. Not just this, we have a lot of players. Your Swastik Chikara, who's there in RCB, अभी तक खेला नहीं है वो, but उसने यूपी प्रीमियर लीग में काफी रन्स मारे recently. Vipraj Nigam from Delhi Capitals, again killed it in UP League recently, and he scored like 192 runs, took 12 wickets in the recent most season. Zishan Ansari, who's there in Sunrisers Hyderabad, again a big performer from the UP Premier League. And yeah, so on, man. Like a lot of players coming through, a lot of these leagues, they are doing what probably they were supposed to do. Earlier, they provided a platform to these players, and now these players are shining on the big stage. एंड मुझे तो लग रहा है भाई बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स दे आर एक्चुअली आउटशाइनिंग योर इंडियन स्टार्स आल्सो.
Yeah.
लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ आवर इंडियन टीम मेंबर्स आर काफी ठंडा चल रहा है भाई. तू इंडिया की टीम देखेगा, ऋषभ पंत देख ले. अरे हमें लेफ्ट अस, ही इज बैक. Wait, sorry, people who are watching. A little bit of a technical glitch. But yeah, a lot of the Indian players that are there काफी underperform कर रहे हैं. And these players from these smaller leagues have completely shown them up, right? Uh, Angad, क्या लग रहा है? Who are the players from these leagues who've come into the IPL this year? Who has impressed you the most?
Bro, I think number one, to your point that they're outshining Indian team players, it's a great sign, right, for Indian cricket.
Hmm.
Will sort of help in reducing the complacency. There'll always be fight for spots, no superstar status, etc. I think as a country, we'll sort of move away from superstar status for a very long time. Like you said, in terms of players who've impressed me the most are like one name that you probably missed was this guy from LSG who bowled so well. वो जो घुमा घुमा के डालता है सिद्धार्थ or something his name is.
Digvish.
Oh,
That's
that guy is
Digvish.
only
The
dude.
same who gives send-offs. No? Long hair,
Yeah,
long hair.
long hair, correct.
Yeah, that's Digvish.
That guy was bowling pretty well, bro, the other day. Like he had this carom ball kind of a ball also, which actually was going straight and not deviating too much on the other side, but like very good variation. And he's tall as well. So he did pretty well. I like that Mumbai's bowler also, Ashwani, at the
Ashwani.
beginning.
Yeah.
Both of them, him and that left spinner, left hand,
Vinesh.
Vignesh.
Yeah.
Vignesh. He was also pretty good. In terms of batting, Aniket in SRH looks pretty solid, bro, and big sixes. So far they've caught my eye. No one else that I can think of top of my mind, but like you said, there've been a lot of players this season who've actually outperformed a lot of our Indian stars.
Interesting. Amay, I think what you missed was what we were. Amay, are you with us,
Sorry,
Amay?
guys.
Are you with us?
Yeah. I am.
Amay, what we are
Light,
talking
guys.
about is like out of these players who've come in, the new players from these smaller leagues, who have impressed you the most? And Angad ne to abhi tak bhai gave a shout out to the spinner from LSG, Digvesh Rathi, Aniket from SRH. So yeah, those are the players that he has sort of loved watching. Who are the players that you've liked watching, man, from these smaller leagues? Who impressed you?
Bro, the MI guys, that
Same. I love those names.
Vignesh and Ashwini Kumar, bro. That Vignesh to hadn't played for Kerala yet, but I think they took him to trial for South Africa. Like
Hmm.
there, that's where he bowled to Rashid and all these guys, and also in the nets to Rohit, and that's why they picked him because these guys couldn't pick him. So that one and that Ashwini Kumar also is pretty impressive, bro. He's also like he got hit that day, but still he made a comeback. Like he took that one crucial wicket as well. So these two and also that Vipraj from Delhi,
Yeah.
he's also
Hmm.
pretty good. So yeah, these three and Zishan Ansari from SRH, उसने भी पहले debut पे 3 wicket लिए थे. I think they lost that game, but he took 3 wickets in that game also. So I think these 4 5 been very good.
Bro, that brings me to another interesting question. What are franchisees seeing in Shah Rukh Khan, which none of us are able to see? How is he still
Shah Rukh
relevant?
Khan
How
is
is
the great
he
promise,
relevant?
right? Is the great promise of IPL that never delivers on the promise or the
Yeah,
potential that he has.
and he still continues to make money and get decent enough bets.
बट भाई उसको चांस भी नहीं मिलता है ना वेयर इज व्हाट इज ही इज नॉट गेटिंग टू
क्या
बैट
बात
देयर
है,
आल्सो
गुजरात टाइटन्स के लिए इस
कहाँ
सीजन
मिल
में
रहा है
सारे
उसको
मैच खेला
बैटिंग
उनपे.
मतलब
बैटिंग
बैटिंग
किया है
ये
उसने
सीजन तो
ब्रो,
चांस
दो
ही नहीं
तीन
मिला है
मैच में आके बैटिंग किया उसने, मतलब
भाई
तीन
देख,
मैच दो
उनके
में आया.
opportunities are limited. उसमें भी now
दैट्स
if
आल्सो
you are a player जिसको मिल रहा है at a time when openers have given a good start, you just need to accelerate and go on. I've seen him in those situations coming out quite a few times. Within that, if you're telling me कि एक बार भी भाई वो he's not able to convert it despite being such a well sought after name. That's a little concerning. And utna,
but
to be honest, nahi milta bhai, utna chance.
I
Yeah, but
actually,
you gotta
I
cash
mean,
in on
kind
whatever
of
chances
agree.
you get.
I
Bhai,
kind of
on the
agree.
other note, the Nihal Vadera's innings you saw on the
Oh,
other day.
bhai, what a player, man. Neyal
What a player.
Vadera.
Mumbai Indians, you made a mistake. You made the wrong player, like left the wrong player out of the retention list, man.
I
Nehal
swear.
Vadera, last year when he used to come for Mumbai Indians also, right? He used to come always in a pressure situation, when the chips were down, when the wickets were down, and वो हमेशा आके रन बनाता था, dude, हमेशा. And he was outperforming all these guys to some extent. Even Tilak Verma, who was good for us last year, इस साल पता नहीं क्या हो गया उसको, but like he was outperforming most of our batting lineup. उसका बस कुछ झगड़ा हो गया था इसके साथ, हार्दिक पांड्या के साथ लफड़ा, इसलिए वो लेके
वो
नहीं आया वापस. या
झगड़ा हुआ था.
हाँ, ये दोनों आकाश मडवाल एंड नेहल बडेरा, both of them didn't मतलब whatever. ये
Your
वो
team
रहता
Rohit Sharma kya?
रोहित शर्मा
Yeah,
क्या.
I mean, even Tilak, they say is team Rohit Sharma. So, yeah, but who would we have retained, bro? Instead of him, मतलब किसको छोड़ के the only one option was
Rohit,
Rohit, and
Rohit Sharma.
रोहित को अगर छोड़ते तो bro, nobody would have come for MI game. So that is the reality. He's whatever they worship him here. So
But let's not be a
पिछले मैच में
CSK.
वो हो गया था ना, इंजरी रेस्ट.
yeah, and that Naman Dheer played so well, bro.
Yeah.
Naman Dheer, shout out. He should be
Shout out.
opening the innings, bro.
I'm seeing a good inning from him.
But coming to Rohit Sharma, dude, coming to that, I like one observation, right? I have a question for you. Is there anything more like sadder than watching one of your favorite players just wither away with age? Be it we are watching it live with like Dhoni, right? Like Dhoni's career is dying a slow, sad death right in front of our eyes. Uh, well, it's just getting extremely sad, right? We all love Dhoni. Of course, he has a great legacy, uh, which people will appreciate after a few years. अभी काफी troll किया जा रहा है बेचारे को.
Yeah, though
But
the franchise doesn't have a great legacy, but Dhoni
yeah,
definitely does.
CSK,
His
man,
image wasn't
CSK has
tarnished.
made liking Dhoni unfashionable. That's what they've done to him. But it's so sad, dude. Like, छोड़ ही देना चाहिए, right? क्या? What are your thoughts?
See, वो कैप्टन रोहित शर्मा भी जब कैप्टन बना था, he became captain mid season. वो Ricky Ponting से he had taken over captaincy and it become, and Ponting himself had sat himself on the bench, and after that he disappeared. But that's where I love Australians, right? भाई वो लोग, they are so professional and so realistic and honest about their own work that they don't mind taking such calls like in the
ईगो नहीं
benefit.
है ना भाई कुछ.
And it's not just for IPL, right? It's for their national team also. I think
Yeah.
the greatest service that Rohit Sharma can do to Mumbai Indians right now is dot dot dot.
एंड भाई अभी वापस परसों उसका एक वीडियो आया बाहर, मतलब वो सोशल
हाँ,
मीडिया पे, वो जहीर खान को बोल रहा है कि अरे मेरे को तो जब अपने टाइम पे करना था मैं तो सब
सब
सही
कर
किया,
दिया, अभी कुछ करना
अब मेरे
बाकी
को
नहीं
कुछ
है.
ज्यादा करने की जरूरत नहीं है. एंड as like dude, that we can see his in body language also, right? He's least bothered. उसको घंटा कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है भाई. But he should still come out and come
And
swinging,
the
bro.
management should be more like considerate about all of this, bro. That's the problem, though. Uh, Jayawardene is there this year. He wasn't there last year, but this entire thing of groupism that happened in Mumbai
Mm.
could have easily been avoided. Could have easily been avoided through and how the captain was announced to like ensuring after that also that none of this actually happens. It was a good decision to bring in Hardik Pandya as captain, but just how they did everything is not at all professional and not expected from Mumbai, to be very
I
honest.
I feel damn bad for Hardik, bro. पांच विकेट लिया, मतलब he also played, he almost won that game, but there's no support like except Surya, there's no support from the other end as well. Like अकेला कितना करेगा वो, और गाली उसको ही पड़ने वाला, because like you see the trolls, all those Rohit Sharma fans are abusing him, calling him whatever name, छपरी वपरी जो भी बोल रहे हैं. बट रोहित का मोटिवेशन ही नहीं है ब्रो खेलने का. इज वन 6 IPLs, क्या करेगा, वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जीता है, अभी T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीता है. Now if you see, the only motivation he has is to play in the World Cup. So that's when he'll again perform. So
भाई छपरी से
yeah.
याद है वो हार्दिक पांड्या के बेटे का there's a video of wearing the RCB jersey with Krunal Pandya's kid, and people are putting it all over Twitter saying that it's time for senior Pandya also to join RCB. It'll be very sad though if Pandya leaves to join RCB next season and this season Rohit Sharma retires. Then I only
Oh,
believe in Jassi Bhai, bro.
Surya है ना, सूर्या दादा, सूर्या दादा
Surya,
is there.
नहीं पता है.
hey, you've seen that meme, what? That Krunal Pandya is a super captain.
सुपर
So
हाँ
कैप्टन.
basically,
हाँ हाँ, बिकॉज ही इज ये उसके स्टेट वडोदरा का कैप्टन है, वेयर हार्दिक पांड्या प्लेज. देन हार्दिक पांड्या इज कैप्टन ऑफ रोहित शर्मा. रोहित शर्मा इज
Oh
द कैप्टन ऑफ
yeah.
इंडियन टीम. So in that chain, Krunal Pandya is everyone's captain.
he's the super captain.
But
Crazy.
yeah, dude, 2 weeks in, the season's shaping up pretty well. Lot of things happening, lot of storylines, uh, lot of non-controversies that have come up, and let's see how things go, man. Let us see. People who are watching, tell us what have you made of the season so far. क्या लग रहा है भाई? कौन कौन चढ़ने वाला है ऊपर, कौन जाने वाला है नीचे? Can CSK revive their season? Can MI revive their season? Can SRH cross 300 this season? एंड क्या आरसीबी भाई, आरसीबी 2 मैच पहले जीता एंड तीसरा मैच में दे लुक लाइक द ओल्ड आरसीबी, द गुड ओल्ड आरसीबी दैट वी ऑल ग्रोन अप वाचिंग, वेयर दे.
There's another meme. There's this photo of RCB fan, ekdam emotional. Throwback to RCB at its peak, 24th March to 2nd April 2025.
Oh. People are brutal on the internet, man. Uh, but yeah, that's what the table looks like after 18 matches in the season. Let's see. I think by the time we come back, we will be through. I think तब तक सब teams maybe 4-5 matches खेल चुके होंगे, and we'll have a few more things to talk about. But we'll be back next week. People who are watching this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and tell us your top observations so far from this IPL season,
Also,
or your
also, Jaws D92, if you're watching, send us also super chat, bro. We'll read it.
Jaws D92 absolutely
Yeah,
killing it. But honestly मुझे लग रहा है वो लोग का खुद का ही बनाया हुआ अकाउंट है, एंड वो लोग ही खुद डालते रहते हैं एंगेजमेंट के लिए.
could be.
But yeah, nonetheless gives us like a lot of fun laughs and like a lot of trolling. Some of it is a little disrespectful, but still funny nonetheless.
Give our users, give our listeners a context of who this person is and what he's
रुको
been
तो
doing.
थोड़ा जॉस D92 के एक दो दिखाई देते हैं हम लोग. Wait, let me just share my screen and we can see it together. Josh D92 Dada, we are here. Okay. Everyone, MSD अश्विन के पीछे क्यों आ रहे हैं कमेंटेटर्स? क्या सौभाग्य है अश्विन का, माही भाई मेरे पीछे कितने टाइम से नहीं आए हैं.
Brutal, bro.
एक है धोनी सर कितना डीप लेके जाते हैं, अंबती राइडू से बेटर कोई नहीं बता सकता. आज एमएसडी मैच इतना डीप लेके गए कि कमेंटेटर्स की चीख निकल गई. अगर एमएसडी गार्ड पर जहर लगा ले तो आधी हिंदी कमेंट्री मरी हुई मिलेगी. मैन मैन मैन,
Bro, legend.
पंजाबी खट्टी लस्सी फेंक देते हैं लेकिन हिंदी कमेंट्री वाले तो माही भाई की खट्टी लस्सी ही पीते हैं. ओ, क्या चल क्या रहा है?
Love you, Josh D92.
जॉस D92 कह रहे हैं अगर कमेंटेटर्स की सांस अटक जाए तो क्या करना चाहिए? माई भाई को बोल दो इंच पीछे हो जाए.
क्या
Bro, that guy's even reading the whole thing, man.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई planted है ये comment वाला scene planted है because of course you know what's happening there but Jaws D92 keep doing the work that you're doing because it's super entertaining and एक कॉन्टेक्स्ट में काफी सही भी है भाई तुम कमेंट्री अगर सुनोगे तो वो लोग एकदम घुसे रहते हैं धोनी के अंदर
पिछवाड़े
पिछवाड़े में but yeah I think let's wrap up I think we'll call it a session end of the episode people who watched us like the video and tell us in the comments what do you think about Jaws D92 भाई Jaws D92 वाले कमेंट्स छोड़ दो थोड़े बहुत हमारे वीडियो के ऊपर we'll appreciate that and until next time that's it from us bye bye peace